I actually got sick. You know, I've never thought I would say I wish I wore a mask, but for moving, I wish I wore a mask. When they're moving shit around, there's all these fucking dust particles that jump up. Like, I sweep, I vacuum, I hire a cleaning lady regularly, but you're never getting into and behind and under and over everything. That's just not happening. So all that shit got shot up. I was sneezing like crazy, and I thought it was because of the dust. But I actually had, like, I felt like shit from my workout yesterday. Verizon with the win, by the way, folks. Verizon with the win. We used to have this stream used to be sponsored by AT&T. It's now brought to you by Verizon Unlimited 5G, aka bullshit. Verizon Unlimited 5G, baby. You get 5G like for 8 seconds a day, and then you move your phone in the wrong direction and it goes back to LTE. And while you have it, it's only like, 10 kilobytes per second faster than LTE to begin with. Ah, scam. What a scam. I got to invest in that shit. I should put my entire life savings in Verizon and AT&T stock. It's a decent dividend. It's just if it goes down, sometimes it goes down more than the dividends, so you get fucked. But it's a good way to like make a consistent form of income, because they never upgrade their network. The shit always sucks. Their customer service is dog shit. I actually have Verizon saying I owe $270 for an account that's not mine, and they're not going to take it off unless I go to the police to file a report for identity fraud. It's like, okay, cool, bet, let's do that. They're fundamentally horrible companies. But I should benefit from that. I'm seriously thinking of like dumping my life savings in Verizon and AT&T. Get that 5 to 8% dividend each year. Then again, that shit could go down 5 or 8%, 5% in a day. I don't really want to tie myself to that. It's pretty cold in Texas right now. 84 degrees. Usually it's considerably hotter here. Very strange. Oh man, what are we doing? Don't mess with Texas highway sponsor. What is this? MAGA truck, that's what it is. Okay. I'll let you go, little MAGA. You better be an F-250 or 350. Oh, it's a 150. That's weak sauce, bro. You only got the smallest truck? You might as well have a Ford Ranger. Why am I in the slow lanes? So unlike me. It's weird. When I spend time in Texas, I drive like I'm from New York. When I spend 2 weeks in New York, I drive like I'm in the fucking Midwest. Like, what the hell is this? I've completely forgotten how to drive like a lunatic. Oh yeah, baby. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Alright. Feels good, man. Feels good. And let's do it right into traffic. That had no point. Oh shit, MAGA trucks incoming. Let's go back to middle lane. You know what, I'll pass this one mini MAGA truck. That's a mini MAGA right there. I think that's like a Ranger. Never mind, it's a F-150 stock. Mini MAGA. 5G is a joke, bro. I mean, moving is a luxury for those who can afford to do it, you know? You spend thousands of dollars on moving your shit. You have to take time off from work, time that you don't spend on making money. If you're living paycheck to paycheck, moving is very difficult. Thank you for all the well wishes, people. I love how the car catches the speed traps. I appreciate that about it. Like when it changes from 70 to 65 and back to 70 and shit like that. I can choose to ignore it if I want, but I like that it picks it up. Capital of Texas Highway. Spirit of Texas Highway. Capital of Texas. We're in the capital of Texas. Austin, Texas. Which completely represents the political viewpoints of the rest of Texas. No. Capital of Texas. Is that an 80s spot for that vehicle? Alright. We have to make a right very soon, so we get ready for that. Right very soon. Let's do this, bitch. Let's do it. Shut up, phone. I'm busy right now. I have the sniffles. Don't like having the sniffles. I feel like shit. AT&T sucks. They all suck. Don't get me wrong, it's better than what we had like 30 years ago, by far. We live in a technologically masterful world. But you should get a new camera. Why? What's wrong with my camera? I love my Sony a5100. I've been doing videos with that camera since 2016. They're fine. The videos I do with that camera are fine. I like my Sony a5100. What's wrong with my Sony a5100? That's a good camera. Does anybody here have anything against the Sony a5100 that I should know about? That's a quality little camera. Now, if you want to do video with it, you have to use an HDMI capture card and use the HDMI out because it'll overheat after 3 minutes. You motherfucker. Oh, you're talking about the phone! Oh, you're one of those people that thinks that it matters. That's so fucking cute. You think that matters when you have AT&T or Verizon internet. Oh, that's adorable. That's adorable. That's so cute. You think that the camera actually matters. You think the camera matters when Verizon nerfs you to 200 kilobits a second. That's adorable. Oh, that's so cute. You could have a Sony RX9 and it'll look like shit. Why are you guys such noobs? Oh, man, this is a tech channel. Oh, it used to be a tech channel. I guess now it's a real estate channel. Or a driving channel. Oh, for some reason I thought you were talking about my normal videos. Yeah, you can't do good streaming regularly in America. The moment you use even the tiniest bit of bandwidth, your connection winds up getting nerfed, and then all your videos are going to be done at like 200 kilobytes a second and look like shit. Who just said meow? Why meow? Dude, don't meow at me. It doesn't matter if the phone's 5G or 4G. Stop buying into this bullshit. Stop. I think what pisses me off is the consumerism. Like, you guys actually believe that shit matters. I mean, like, sometimes I'll get messages saying, why don't you get a real carrier? Stop using a cheap carrier. It's like, you dumb motherfucker. It's $100 a month from AT&T or Verizon and it'll still suck. It's like people have been convinced that if you use US Cellular, that means that you're poor, that you're homeless. And like, no, it's not even close. They're like, if you use Simple Mobile instead of AT&T, that means that you're a pleb. It's like, no, they both suck balls. It's the same shit network. It's the same shitty pipe. Okay, you're not going right on. Whoa. Well, ooh, leasing empty real estate. Well, hello. I like empty real estate. Let's take a look. See what we have. I'm underdressed for one of the most expensive neighborhoods in Austin, but this is the only Cava where I don't have to remember a fucking bathroom code, so I like stopping by this one. I hate having to get the bathroom code. Oh, I hate it so much. I love this place, though. This place is beautiful. The food is lovely, but above all, I don't have to remember a goddamn bathroom code. And that's all I ask for in life. Let me take a piss without having to have a password for it. That's a movement right there. Piss without password. The piss without password movement. I guess you have as much of a good chance of that shit happening as solving homelessness. Lol. Where's meowing from 3 cats? I don't drive with cats. I'll be insane. Who wants to drive with a freaking cat? Cat goes meow, 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 and he poops on your seat. Nope. No cat. All right, let's get that honey chicken. This shit's good. Let's get a copyright claim. This picture is pixelated. You got some Verizon right there, bro. forgot about other stream. No, I didn't. There is no other stream. Florida TV. It has not finished, Fuad. That is going to be going on until the end of time. Let's see. Hello. Can you get a harissa avocado, please? Huh? No, thanks. Let's see. Cucumber, tomato, onions. Can I be very greedy on the feta cheese? That's good. And some garlic dressing on the side. That and a cup for some of the tea. Yeah, if you could. Okay. Thanks. Thank you. You have a good day. Oh, this looks good. Now, what you're about to see is one of the simple luxuries in life. Watch this. I'm gonna go to wash my hands in the bathroom after ordering my food and I don't need to know a passcode. I know. Watch this. Look at this. I do this. Ah. That's how it should be. I guess some neighborhoods, no amount of wealth is enough. Even rich people can be disgusting, you know. It's not limited to poor people. Yeah, lots of cities have passwords to use the bathroom because of the homeless issues. They don't want homeless people sleeping in the bathroom. I don't blame them. It's just gets annoying at some point. So this neighborhood's a bit far away from that. It's kind of separate. Sleeping or using heavy drugs? This is quality right here. A lot of New York City restaurants, they don't require a password to use the bathroom. They just don't let you use it anymore regardless. And I try to protest them by not going to them. Like, I used to eat at Wolf Nights 3 times a week. Now I eat there once every month or two. And now I don't eat there at all because I don't live in the state. This is not the neighborhood where people are going to roofie my drink. This is good. Steve said that Kava is not as good as Naya. I don't think he tried the harissa avocado dish. That's a default, Jordan. It always defaults to test video. So if I don't have the time or feel like typing in a title, that's what you get. I tried to type in a title for the original one, but that didn't work. So give up. This is amazing, Aaron. I've never needed to enter a code to use a bathroom in my life, and I'm 35. One of the advantage of suburbs in the South. I don't know, man. I was in Orlando. I don't know what the name of the neighborhood is. Is it Orlando or Kissimmee? Something near there. We went to a basic restaurant, and there was a dude that was starting fights in the bathroom. You said you weren't far from Orlando, from what I remember. I did not piss in the street, Aaron, if that's what you're asking. Billy, I'm taking her advice. I don't know what to tell you. Listen, Kathy's message is heard loud and clear. I heard Kathy Hochul loud and clear. Staten Island. Oh God, I escaped Staten Island, Joey, when I was a kid. I'm glad to be far away from that shithole. I couldn't stand Staten Island as a kid. Not for me. People don't know how to mind their business and leave each other the fuck alone there. Oh, Yolanda, how are you? Hope everything's going well with you. Money doesn't buy clash. Very true. The great video died, unfortunately, HK1. The grade is dead. Oh, the landed stream. Yeah. I don't know. It didn't load. The app froze, so I restarted the app, and it made me start a new stream instead of continue from that one. Poverty will buy sadness. Oh, sadness is free, bro. Sadness costs nothing. I am not vegan anymore, Bernsey. I gave that up December of 2020. You're correct, I'm near Orlando. There are good neighborhoods, bad neighborhoods, touristy neighborhoods, local neighborhoods. All the places that want to just chill, no fights, no bathroom codes. I think it was Red Lobster. I forget where we went where it was like that. Venera loves chain restaurants. I don't know why. I can't stand them. It was a Red Lobster in Orlando. By a water slide. Ah, good to hear, Josh. John Perkins, thank you very much. You see Rich Rebuilds is using unit pack power for his bike build. No way. You gotta be fucking. No way in hell. My e-bike actually just hit turn 2, because the rebuilt one that I did, I finished it around September 1st. So that bike is 2 years old, no fire. EM3EV, baby. Mr. Chris, this is a place called Kava, and I'm eating the harissa avocado bowl. It's this honey chicken with garlic sauce and lots of feta cheese. It's so good. To die for. Gun repair. Okay. Not yet. I'm excited, David. I'm at a point in my life where I don't think I care as much if I fail. I think the reason I'm less stressed, David, is I genuinely mean I don't care if I fail anymore. And when I don't care if I fail, when I don't care what the outcome is anymore, it makes everything so much easier. But I think that's a luxury. I feel like I'm in a very privileged position to be able to say that. I couldn't say that 6 years ago, even 4 years ago. I could say it now. Like, I don't want to fail. Ideally, I'd succeed at everything I'm doing in life. Job, YouTube channel, nonprofit, fair business, but
once I have this audit shit behind me, I'll feel comfortable about be able to buy a house, put some money away, live a very simple life, simple and cheap life, and be done. If I win, I win. If I lose, I lose. But I don't have to care as much anymore. That's what I'm aiming for. I'm not aiming to live an influencer lifestyle or a business owner lifestyle. I'm aiming to live a cheap, retired lifestyle. Very cheap. Like Scott Galloway says this. He says, you know, if your expenses are $30,000 a year and you get $40,000 a year, you're rich. Whereas he has friends that make $700,000 a year, but their expenditures are like $700 to $750 a year, and they're poor. And that a lot of you, and you know, it was in his book, The Four. I like Scott Galloway. Very interesting guy. Even when he says things that are completely antithetical to my outlook on life and my philosophy, I appreciate the way that he, with humor, challenges my thinking. Very cool dude. I wish I could have interviewed him or just met him and gave him a fist bump while I was still in New York City. I look up to Scott Galloway. I admire him a lot. But you know, but that paragraph in that book was really telling, you know? Like what I'd like to do is I'd like to work on 30 I'd like to work on lowering my yearly expenditures to somewhere around $25,000. I'm pretty close to being there. Like I'd like to have a yearly expenditure of around 20 to 25,000. Like I budget for myself, and I think I think if I just clean up a little bit, that's totally doable. And then at that point, just not care. Sadness can be pretty expressive if it's provided by the city or state. True. David Hunter, I'm sorry that we didn't get to meet before I left, but I still have to go back to New York City from time to time to check up on the business, so I'm probably going to fly there like once a month until January when we get out of there for good. But I'd love to get you dinner at some point. I've always appreciated your posts on the main channel and this one, whether or not I always agree with it. I've always appreciated your input. My family calls me a failure because I worked in the restaurant industry my whole life. It made me stronger and I care about others who struggle. Yeah, my mother always used to call my dad a loser because he worked in he went from working on Wall Street to he wanted to be a chef because he saw all these people that were in their 40s and 50s and 60s losing their jobs. He wanted a job that was stable and steady. So he got a job as a chef, but he had to go to restaurant school, which meant, going to school at night and not being in a then also when he started working island. When he started working he was making $6 an hour. You know, $6 an hour sucks balls. $6 an hour is shit. But he started, but you had to do the shit work to move yourself up. And he did. Eventually he was working as, I think, first cook at the Plaza Hotel. Prestigious position, pretty prestigious. It still paid like shit. I think he got like 30 or 40,000 a year doing that, which is shit if you have a family. Like, I'm not trying to shit on people that make 30 or 40K, but like, if you have a family, like, let's be real, that sucks, you know? But he enjoyed it. Data warning, you've used 2 gigabytes of data. I'm aware of Verizon. I'm aware that you throttle the fuck out of me, yes. You have an employment contract. I do. Why was the last stream deleted? What was the last stream? I don't even remember. Does it really matter? Like, is it any of your business? You won't lose because your memory is impeccable. Lose? There's all your belongings in Texas now. I gotta check my AirTag. I'll be able to tell you where my belongings are once I check out a phone that has the app for an AirTag. Torchy's tacos are better than Taco Bell, but their burritos leave a lot to be desired by a large margin. Anything's better than Taco Bell, though. What do you like about computers? That's a dumb question, unfortunately. I still have the mic on these videos. Looks like Chad is holding you at gunpoint. Yes. You get in nature and animals. and ground yourself into the planet. That's a little too hippy-dippy for me. What about rent? What I'm thinking of doing, David, when I say that, I'm thinking of buying a house. Once I buy a house, my only expense at that point would be property tax. So, like, even on a decent, like, property tax, I'd probably be looking at, like, 10K a year. So, like, 10K a year, property tax, a few thousand a year utilities. The other 9,000 to 10,000, I would say groceries. So, like, I'm budgeting, let's say, 900 a month for groceries. Like, I think 900 a month is reasonable for groceries. Yeah, like 900 a month for groceries, 10,000 bucks a year property tax, and a few $1,000s for utilities and miscellaneous stupid shit. Like, I think I've been looking through my budget, and I think 25,000 a year is pretty doable. In terms of rent, I wouldn't have rent if I bought a house and I owned it. Carrie, I don't believe in. I try to avoid debt, so I would want to buy a house that I can just buy and outright pay for. It probably wouldn't be the nicest of houses, but I'd rather own it outright than have a mortgage on something else. I don't like mortgages. I don't like debt, to be honest with you. But what people don't get is when people do the equation, when they say, well, you know, the interest rate on this is this versus here's what you'd be able to make in the stock market, what they're missing is the feeling of peace. When the stock market does this, at the same time that you lose your job, at the same time that your wife has some crazy medical condition that's going to cost you, I don't know, at the same time that you get accused of murder and you need to whatever, and whatever the hell it is, like living a much cheaper life, and you need to pay a defense attorney, whatever the hell it is, living a much cheaper life where you don't have debt, and it's just that's what I prefer. The neighborhood I grew up in went from middle class to fancy. Lots of neighbors in Ferraris looked down on my parents' Volvos. We laughed when those Ferraris got repossessed and the house foreclosed. Yeah, fuck those people, Paul. Not your parents, but you know what I'm talking about. Yeah, for me, I don't like this. There's the math of it, and there's the behavior of it, and then there's also the emotion of it. For me, like knowing that I don't have anything knowing that I live a cheap-ass life, knowing that even my passive income is greater than my expenses, is something that I would, because think about it. What's the point of money? Money is there to make you feel secure, and so you can get what you want. I'm a cheap, I don't, it's not like I'm after the finer things in life. Like, I'm wearing a $5 t-shirt right now. Even the Banana Republic stuff I got from a Banana Republic that was closing, so I got it all on clearance. I was not paying $65 a piece for a fucking shirt. But, yeah, like the point of money to me, what's the point of money? To feel secure and lead a lower stress life. What would give me less stress? Having everything 100% paid off. So if I missed out on a little bit of money here or there because your mortgage is 5% and the stock market is supposed to be able to make you 6 to 10% a year or whatever the fuck, I don't care. The ability to see the market has been crashed, the Dow is down 1,000 points, and I'll be like, I don't care. I own my home. That's what matters to me in the end of the day. You're looking well. How are you doing? I actually have a cold, Walter, so I kind of feel like shit. But I'm going to do better tomorrow. $6 an hour with 60K houses, $16 an hour with 600K houses. Yeah, their house I think was $80,000 when they bought it, and now it's like $600 or $700. Lol, Larry's a fucking retard, bro. What a retard. Dropped at birth, bro. Let's see. 900 for one person, that's a lot of food. I'm aiming upwards. I'm aiming upwards. When I make a budget, I like to assume something high. because then and then, you know, by all means, I'll lower it with time. So, like, again, I'm aiming in my head like 25K a year. I want to see, can I lower my spend? And I'm pretty sure it's easy to lower my spending to be 25K a year. Give yourself a bigger budget. It's not I think I deserve to lead a lower. Firstly, I've always said I don't really care about what you deserve. You get what you earn. But more importantly, if I'm really going to say what I deserve, low stress lifestyle. How much rent were you paying in New York City, if that's not personal? When I first got that apartment, I think it was $1,750, and now it's $2,100. The apartment that I had before that was on Marcian Park. That apartment was a 2-bedroom versus this one, which is a studio, but it was less than half the size. That one was a railroad, and that was about $1,100. Before that, I had a 200 square foot room, and I had to go out to somebody else's place to use the bathroom, and that was $700 a month. And I used to rent a house that in Canarsie that was filled with termites. That was a 3-bedroom house, but it was filled with termites, and it was on the market to be sold, and that was $400 a month. But it was filled with termites. I don't like mortgages, but it's what I do. Nothing against you, Aaron. Everybody has different ideas. Everybody has different ideas on what to do with their finances, and like mortgages have a place in the world. They really do. If you're a person that has a normal job, see, I don't have a normal job. Like, there are years where my take-home pay is, I lost $20,000 because I reinvested in my company. And then there are years where I come home with, like, you know, $300,000. And then there are years where it's like for 2 years in a row, I don't take pay from a company, and I lose money, and I reinvest it back. So it's like, you know, I have shit, and then I have windfalls. And then I have shit, and then I have windfalls. And then I have shit, and then I have windfalls. And what I'd like to do is get to a point where that's the way, you know, if you live a life where it's like, I take home after tax $2,000 a month, or I take home $1,500, or I take home $5,000. Like, I get getting a mortgage, but that's not been my life. Like, my life is, oh shit, for the past 2 years I've lost $40,000. Oh, I just made 100. Oh, I lost 60. Oh, I made 400. Like, you know, so when your life is like that, there's a really amazing value in knowing, okay, I own my car, I own my house, I own everything in my house. So if I have like, I'm good. You know, like after like 15 years of that type of life, there's a real high value to me in that. And I think that value outpaces the value of getting a fancier, nicer house that's bigger in a nicer neighborhood or whatever, because I have more available to me with a mortgage than I would just writing a check and paying for it. But I know that that's a part of my personality. Like, as long as the money's there, I'm going to use it on some stupid business idea. Chat disappeared. Nah, chat's right here. Mortgages are good for tax purposes, the only form of interest you can write off. So take the cash you used to buy the house cash and put it into something secure like bonds, and you can pay off the house in an emergency. I don't know, Paul. You can write off the interest. But what if I just don't... What if I just wasn't paying interest then? Like, I guess you write off that... I could write it off on my taxes, but I'm still paying it. Like, even if I can write off the interest on my taxes, okay, so I'm avoiding paying the interest in taxes, but so it's like not having interest. But then I would just rather just pay it off immediately. And bonds can go down too. Like, the bond market can crash as well. Money is a way to trade money for time. It's a way to convert effort into time. True. What's being tested here? My sanity. The average house at $450,000, a 2% tax rate, is 9K, so pretty much on the ballpark. Yeah, about. Favorite fast food chain? Honestly, Kava at this point. You have to make 50K to have 25 to spend. Coal for Christmas is fine. Hello, option. Was your apartment rent stabilized? Nope. Good luck in Texas. You come a long way since Wagner High School. Did you go to Wagner High School, Ken Kramer? Look at my last super chat. There's no reason to not have a mortgage with current tax laws. I saw it, Paul. I'm missing something here. It's probably because I got to use the bathroom. But So you can write off the interest on your taxes. Even though you can write off the interest on your taxes, like if you have it in the bond market, something could happen. I don't know. You own your house with 2% property tax. The closest you get to ownership in America, at least. As close as you get to ownership in America. You become a scientist. No, I'm not an academic. No insult to academics. I respect academics a lot, and there's several of them in Discord that are moderators that I also ask to help me vet projects. But I'm not an academic. You can write off the interest on up to a $750,000 loan. Instead of spending your own money, spend the bank's money and only pay interest. I don't want to pay interest though. And even with Paul's idea, I guess I could not pay interest, but it's just pretty much a pile of money. I don't know, I'd rather just... Bonds are not secure, but it can work out if you play your cards right. Well, you can't say YouTube account. Why are you asking that question? The problem with getting a mortgage for tax savings is potentially overpaying for a house to get a tiny tax benefit. Hello, Michelle, how are you? The YouTube app is so bad. When the message gets deleted, you have to click like 20 times to see what it is. Oh, go away. Can't believe I clicked for that shit. Apartment rent in New York now has gone from crazy to super ridiculous. I'm really curious what my old place rents for. I should probably help my landlord find a replacement tenant. Like, if anybody wants to be able to live in Louis Rossman's original apartment, where he the one that he lived in when he opened his store and did all of his videos, you think somebody would pay like $3,000 for that, even though the apartment I only paid $2,100? Somebody would probably do that. I should do that to help my landlord. I'm kind of, I should probably do that to help my landlord. I should probably try to help him find the tenant. That would be the least I could do. $10,000 fee. $10,000 signing fee to be a... some sicko would probably do that. Take that off. Somebody stole my gloves from the old store. I'm not kidding. I shudder to imagine what they're fucking doing with them. But somebody stole my effing winter gloves. I don't want to be a landlord, Anthony. That's not my... I have no interest in being a landlord for no profit. You're going to buy a Linus Tech Tip screwdriver for $70. No. Weha makes screwdrivers and Wera makes screwdrivers. I just don't want to see you liquidate so much cash in the house and need that cash for your business. Aaron, honestly, I'm at the point where my business should be able to support itself. And if it's not able to support itself, then it's got to go. But I think it'll be able to support itself. But if after as many years as I've been in business, my business needs a cash infusion for me personally to run, that means it shouldn't exist. How are the cats? They're doing all right. Don't do bonds, do money market or CDs. It's not just about free interest. It keeps your AGI lower. I'm going to Google AGI when this is done. I thought AGI, there was like Asset Genie. Jeremy Bilski works at Asset Genie. I used to buy screens from him a while ago. I'm going to Google AGI when this is done, Paul. Money market or CDs, not just about interest. It keeps your AGI lower. Okay. Could always do a small mortgage. I know somebody who could use your Fudo salary to approve a loan. Okay, Aaron. Maybe I'll talk to you before I do something stupid. I bet your landlord raised the rent in your apartment to $3,200. Probably. I wouldn't be surprised. Okay. Also, Paul, you're giving me too much money. Also, Paul, Jesus Christ. Also, not sure about Texas, but in Florida, insurance companies are required to offer you property insurance if you have a mortgage, whereas they don't have to if you own it outright. I might have to sell my house to insure it. Insurance companies are required to offer you property insurance with a mortgage. Paul, that's too much money. I will happily read your chats if you don't always pay me, but thank you. Crossword Property Management. I love to see people laugh. You should laugh more. I'll try. I bet it was the ISO 9240 Stream Stalker Slayer gloves. No, that wasn't him. In Brooklyn, you'll be able to get away with it. Northeast Queens isn't that bad yet, but I see the writing on the wall. Get away with what, James? What are you talking about? I wonder if Lewis's old apartment will be in a rental war. That would be interesting. Paul is going to pay his mortgage at this point. Sure. How many employees are coming with you? So far, I've got Steve, Chris, Orhan, Dan, Kevin, Patrick. So I got 6. I only need 3 of them to come with me, though, because I have 3 cats, and you can only have 1 cat per passenger. So technically, I only need 3. But I'm telling you, so far 6. If you could have one wish, what would it be? Ooh, one wish. One wish. Go back in time a year and 8 months and make 2 different decisions. Yeah, go back to January 2021 and make 2 different decisions. Go back in time a year and a half, make 2 different decisions. Would alter the course of my life greatly. Do you own property in New York? I never did. Please ask the manager to change the station. The background music sucks. It really does. Yes, it does. You couldn't get a mortgage. Tenant war all over Lewis's place. One of the constituents turns out to be a fan. No, hi and an L. And hi is kind of like a part-time guy. I mean, so A, hi has other aspirations for life. He's going to college, and he's not going to college so that he can work part-time here. And B, he doesn't do anything particularly advanced. Like, he's not doing cell phone data recovery. He's not doing board repair. He's helpful. He helps out with a lot of the stuff that needs to be done around this office, and God bless him for it. He's good at it. But, like, he's not... Like, what I'm looking to do is I'm looking to shrink my business because I have way too high rent and way too high payroll. Like, my payroll is $20,000 a week, and my rent is $13,665 a month. Need to go down. So I'm primarily trying to take, like, the best of each. Like, Steve is the biggest salesman when it comes to customer service in the world, in a good way. He also recovers data from hard drives that are dead. Chris can recover data from dead SSDs, fix motherboards that everybody else at the store fails at. Awesome. Kevin is kind of like a Steve mini-me for customer service. Dan is, I guess, he's not like at Chris's level. Like, no, nobody's at Chris's level. But he's very good at fixing boards. Quality. Orhan is like Steve's mini-me in data recovery. Also good at general repair, but in reassembly, but also he needs to be there for the hard drive data recovery because Steve's queue is ridiculous. He needs a mini-me. And Patrick is the shipping person. I'll need a shipping person. There's only one shipping person, so it's not like there's a choice there. I don't mean that as a slight towards Patrick. But yeah, Hai has to finish college and he's got to move. Like, again. But also, like, again, at the end of the day, I'm honest. Like, this is a small hole in the wall repair shop. Like, this is not a career. It was never meant to be a career. I wish I could turn it into that. Like, I wish I was a good enough business owner that I could have school contracts and recycling contracts and medical contracts and be fixing medical equipment and other shit where you're getting paid like $40,000 to fix a pile of stuff over the course of a week. But I'm not that type of business owner. Like, sometimes I feel bad that I'm not that type of business owner. Because people like Steve and Chris and Dan and Kevin, they are hungry not just for a job, they're hungry for a fucking career. Like, they believe in what we're doing, they're willing to put in extra work, they'll show up early, they'll stay late, they'll do all that type of shit. It's just, there's only so much money that you could beat out of this. Like, even if you killed me, let's say that killing me had no effect on the business, right? Let's just say that over the past 10 years that I have, as a CEO or director or whatever the fuck you want to call it, I've offered 0 to... You'd only increase everybody's pay here by... You'd increase everybody's pay at the store by like a few $1,000 a month, I think. Not even, actually. Let's see. Yeah, like a few $1,000 a month. So it's like, which is not really a big difference. But like, this is not a career where you're gonna, if you put in hard work and effort and time, like you're gonna make $250K or $400,000 a year working at, a small hole-in-the-wall repair shop that does no fix, no fee, free estimates on devices that have $200 repair bills. So there are people that work here, like Anel's finishing up college, HAKKO's finishing up college, and I'm not offended by it. You know, I want to see them do well. I want to see the people that go here, that go to college, make more money in the next few years than I have ever made in my life. That would make me very happy. But yeah, HAKKO's finishing up college. Anel has one class left. Literally, I think it's like one class he has to finish before he gets his degree. And after that, like, you know, I need him to go. I think Anel's getting his in electronics engineering. I need him to go work at Texas Instruments for me. He can give me some CD3217s. I'm definitely going to hit him up for that. If HAKKO or Anel get a job at Texas Instruments and I don't have an unlimited supply of CD3217s, I'm heading to their workplace and kicking their ass. I'm definitely going to expect that of them. I'm not an amazing businessman, Ken. What exactly do you do? I don't know what I do. You know, if the Fudo attending my career fair at my college next week, the same Fudo that you work for. I don't think there's any more Fudos. I know they went to some fair last week, but I don't know about next week. I don't think there's a second Fudo, Jack. Is there? Making friends is not my specialty, Jordan. Expand into fixing e-scooters, e-skateboards, e-unicycles. Expand into fixing e-shit that doesn't have any schematics, parts, diagrams, or the manufacturers are actively hostile against anybody trying to fix it. Yeah. Difficult one. What exactly do you do? I eat at Kava. And I strip for Paul SR in chat from time to time. I dance. What's a futo? I'll show you a futo later. You should transform your business into an employee-owned business. Fuck that. Fuck that. Fuck no. Fuck it. No. No. No commie here. No thank you. No thank you. I love like this idea that you could work 12 to 16 hours a day for several years for less than minimum wage, and the moment that your business starts making money, just like become an equal owner. Like no, I'm sorry. I'm generous. I care about my employees. I've done nice things for my employees. I give generous severances. You have as much time for lunch as you want. There's raises. There's bonuses. I've paid off people's debt before when it was in 5 and 6 figures. But no, it's my company. It's my company. I'm not doing the commie shit. I'll get that from time to time. Like, you know, I'm a piece of shit because I'm not an employee-owned business. And like, no. I'm sorry. If somebody else was there in 2008 and 2009 when I spent 11 hours a day on the train and I came home with $70, sure. But no. Like, nobody was there in the beginning because nobody wanted to be there in the beginning because being there in the beginning sucks. Okay. My mom bought an ice machine last week for a party we had. In the box, they gave a schematic of the whole thing. The name of the company is Frigidaire. That's cool. Okay. Now I see why they have a passcode in the bathrooms. Because that woman just walked into the bathroom without buying anything. I'm gonna see. We're gonna see if she walks out without buying anything. Then we'll know that money doesn't buy you class. I don't know what this neighborhood's called. Barton Hills, Barton Creek, Barton Springs. It's Barton something, but it's a fancy schmancy ass area. A bunch of $2 and $4 million homes. You can open a shop for customer walk-in again. I already have a shop for customer walk-in, and we'll have another one here. We have a market for a repair shop that fixes older electronics from the 80s. I really have no idea if this is a man. So one thing that you need to be very careful of, do not, I repeat, do not open up based on people saying they want it. People are full of shit. They'll tell you all different... People lie with their mouth. They tell the truth with their behavior, their attention, and their money. Put up an ad. See if people actually show up and are willing to pay for it. And ask for something up front. Okay, she actually went to go buy something after using the bathroom. I take it back. My My apologies, random person I don't know. I accused you of not having class. My apology. That's on me. Yes and no, Westfield. Yes and no. The other thing about being employee owned is like people assume that the company will make less short-term decisions, and that's bullshit. Like, I know 8 years ago when I said, you know, I know we can outsource board repair to China for $50 to $60 a repair, but I actually think it makes more sense for me to spend $20,000. Hey.
I watch you working.
Oh, awesome. Nice to meet you. Cool. Yeah. Yeah, my boss lives nearby in this area. Same business, and I got a job too. With somebody who does better than me because he lives here, but... Uh-huh.
We have a lot of out of warranty stuff that we need help with, so...
Well, have a card.
By the thousands, man.
What's your name?
Rolando.
Oh, it's good to meet you, my
Nice
friend.
to meet you, man.
Thanks for the welcome.
hard work that you did,
Oh,
man.
thank you. Maybe on a school contract after all. He said he works at a school and they have a lot of Apple shit that needs fixing. Oh, I got my card on me. See, I have a wallet now. Carrie's probably surprised that I have a wallet. But I have a wallet now. Where was I? Oh, the employee-owned bullshit. Okay, I want you to think about this. We have two choices. There's two roads we can go down. Behind door number one, we're paying $50 a piece for board repair. And the owner of the company that has no fucking clue how to do board repair says, I want to spend $15,000 on a bunch of equipment to do board repairs and film it for a YouTube channel that has no subscribers. Behind door number two, we take that $15,000, we split it amongst 3 employees, and each person goes home with $5,000 as a bonus for that month. What do you think the employees are going to want to do? Like, do you know the looks that I got when I said that? Do you know the looks that I got when they saw a Sony NEX EA50, a microscope camera, a $1,000 microscope show up, a HAKKO, a Zalmau, and all this other shit? And they looked at me and they said, Louis, do you know how to use this? And I said, I have no idea, but I'll figure it out. And they go, what experience do you have? And I go, I used to work on studio equipment from the 60s and 70s and 50s like Pultec EQP1s and LA2As and Studer A800 tape machines. How old is that stuff, Louis? Oh, from 1980. So do you think it has any connection at all to working on a MacBook motherboard? No, but I'll figure it out. Oh, so do you have electronics engineering experience? No, I dropped out of college and I barely passed high school. You can just see the looks on their face. Like, they're laughing, and like one of them sighed is like, ay. Like, one of them actually said he thought I was going to be out of business in 3 months. You know, you get to make those decisions when you're the dictator. The dictator gets to make those decisions. Now, those are the right decisions to make. The thing is, you got to be crazy. People that take a job are employees. Employees tend to be risk averse. That's why they're taking a job at, like, the type of person that takes a job at $35 an hour rather than start a business where you could easily lose $5,000 over a year's worth of 12 hours a day of work is that person who's less risk averse. Like, the people. I want the freedom to make my decisions. The freedom to be the dictator. Sometimes those are good decisions. Board repair, buying data recovery stuff, posting shit to YouTube, having a household name through all that stuff. Good decision. Sometimes, moving to a bigger place that costs 3 times as much, not so good decision. And I guarantee some of my employees also told me, there's really no need to move to a bigger place. But no, you get to make the decisions when you take on the risk. The people that didn't take on the risk don't get to make those decisions. They get to advise me. They get to tell me when they think I'm doing something stupid. I should have asked her for a receipt. You should have to buy something, use a restroom in a public serving building. Carrie, I let people use the bathroom for free, but still, I judge. You just made the connection. It's so easy. Yeah, it's because I'm famous. I wasn't famous before. The old office sustained itself with the old employees taking walk-in business only. Hell no. It doesn't even sustain itself now. That shit doesn't barely pay. Okay, August was actually a really good month. It may have made up for the loss for most of the year. But most of that was mail-in. Like my business without the online store, without YouTube revenue, and without mail-in traffic, my shit's never paying $13,600. It's insulting to tell someone who's taken the risk, made the sacrifice in life 2 years to give parts that it says, yeah, exactly, like, fuck off. Like, here's the thing. My local You Break I Fix pays the manager $17 an hour. I pay my fucking intern $18 an hour. My intern makes more money than a You Break I Fix manager. Like, no, I'm not, like, I'm generous, but I'm not giving away ownership. Like, the salary range at this place is 18 to 42, plus bonuses based on, you know, how the company does, which mainly has been shit lately, so not great, and also accomplishment and achievement. And occasionally, you know, the benefits of helping people when they've fucked up in their lives. But, like, I'm not giving you my company. Like, I'm not the Giving Tree. Yeah, ever watch The Giving Tree? Erica showed me that. Every time I watch The Giving Tree video on YouTube, I want to cry. Erica used to actually cry watching that because she's a Giving Tree. She's 100%. It's very weird because with other people, Erica is not a Giving Tree. She advocates that they actually stand up for themselves. But with the people that she cares about, Erica is a Giving Tree. And, like, when I watch that, I feel so bad for the fucking Giving Tree. But I'm not the Giving Tree. Like, I'm not going to be left as a stump because I gave my leaves and my branches and everything. No, screw that. Not just risk averse, but wanting the stress. True. I am gray in my early 30s, and there's a reason for that. This hair is the cost of being a 100% shareholder. Lewis isn't going to be a stump. Plus, now wouldn't exactly be a great time to own this shithole anyway. Depending on how my argument goes with New York State. If you wind up, see, the only idiot at 141 West 27th Street that might owe 6 to 7 figures to New York State is me, because I'm the only director. Me too, JP, me too. People always tell me I should start my own business, but apparently I don't see what they see in me. What? With what? What do you want to do? What are you looking to do? How many employees are going to Texas? 6. So far, 6. Currently arguing back and forth, Iridium, on whose responsibility it is to pay the bill for all the tracking numbers. So USPS only saves tracking numbers for 13 months. So I need to be able to prove that all of my transactions for the past, like, fucking, I don't know, I forget the time period, like 3 or 6 years or some shit, that all my out-of-state transactions were actually out-of-state. The problem is USPS tracking numbers stop working after 13 months. And to get the tracking number to work, you have to pay like $8 or $15. I think it's $15 a tracking number to actually get the tracking information and to have, you know, the details of it along with the signature. Now, if they want that for every single one of my transactions, I have 50,000 tickets. Let's say that 50% of that is mail-in. 25,000 tickets times 50. You see what I'm getting at here, right? Like, you see where this... No, I don't, Rick. I don't. That's not part of it. Thank you, David. I think you're right there. I tend to be of the mind that if you want proof of all that shit, then you're welcome to walk down the hall to the post office and like knock on their door and get it yourself. Your chat doesn't understand an employee-owned business. The employees don't have any say in the business. It's basically like a company stock of a public business. You realize that if you have enough stock in a public business, that you're able to change, that you're able to have a say, right? Would you fire your employees if they had certain beliefs? No. Like, again, the day that Kyle Rittenhouse got acquitted, I was very happy because that was my birthday. And I got what I wanted for my birthday, which is, justice prevailed. One of my employees thought he should be in prison. Still works here. I don't fire people based on their political views. And I don't fire people based on having a different outlook on the world than I do. I do fire people for being shitty at their job. I don't care if you agree with me or disagree with me. I don't care if you call me an idiot to my face when I'm doing something stupid. What I do care about is that you know how to do your job. You keep the customers happy. You do good repair work. You keep the customers happy. You don't lose things. I don't really care. It doesn't make sense, no chance. Oh, he's not coming to Westfield 90. No, don't worry. He's not on the list of people that are coming. Yeah. Once the building is ready, Avid. Paul, you're assuming that there will be private doctors at that point. I have no idea, Snoo. No clue. Anyway, excuse me, I'll be right back. I'm going to introduce myself to the young woman over there. See you later.
This weather is killer. That went about as well as my first board repair. Okay. I would say that went about as well as my first repair. No, they could just say only approved people can, Paul. Only approved people can only accept payment in the way that they approve. You know? That's would be my thing. That's how I imagine it would go. I could be wrong, though. I'm open to being wrong about the outcome. Thank you, Neo Anderson. I appreciate that. Are you doing okay? I'm doing lovely. Carrie, I got something and it was not her number. We'll leave it at that. I got something. Think about my first board repair. It's kind of like the dating equivalent of my first board repair. I didn't even wait for any lease to be up, Andrew White. I just bounced. I bounced. Let me go, let me go. Oh. You can see all the scratches from the cars in this section of the road because that's not filled in. That's very New Yorkish. For an area this wealthy, that's inexcusable. Unacceptable! As Bill Burr says when he's talking about people describing Arnold Schwarzenegger and Tiger Woods. Remember when Bill Burr does his video on the epidemic of gold-digging whores? That was such a good one. Bill Burr's 2012 special, like, it hits me every time I watch it. It's one of those things where it's very rare that I could watch the same comedy over and over again, but I can. That and Bill Burr's grocery store. Bill Burr at the grocery store is good shit. Oh man. Let's go, let's go. Let's go. It doesn't. No, she did not know who I am because women do not watch this YouTube channel except for Carrie, maybe Hannah. Carrie and Hannah. And from time to time, Alana. Yeah, so I'm pretty sure I have 3 female viewers. Oh, and Julie Costas. Julie Costas watches. So Julie, Carrie, Hannah, Alana. I have 4 female viewers, I believe. She's not one of the 4. Down with SYN. I don't speak acronym, I'm sorry. You need to speak English. This chat is only one language. We don't speak acronym here. We speak English and occasionally we speak broken English. English and broken English. That should know. I should be. This road fucks me up. Because it says to make a left, so I always get in the left lane over there when in reality I need to go up ahead and make a left later. This always fucks me up. Because there's this left and there's the left after this. But this time I'm going to get it. Okay, here we go. Well, what the fuck is this? But like, then it turns into a like that lane says only go straight, and then the person with the only left behind me goes to fucking what? Why? It says left only, but there's a left over there, and then there's a left right in front of it. So what does that mean? Like, I don't know. This road always gets me. And the New York merge right there. That's the New York merge. Yeah. I know. You don't have to tell me. I know. I did the New York City merge right there. Classic cunt. Hello, little Malibu. Always wanted to try a Chevy Malibu. See what kind of car it is. Da 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 da. Da da. What do you mean no right? What do you mean no right? Freedom. Where's the freedom? Give me that freedom. Freedom. Right on red, right on blue, right on green. I identify as a right turn.